Hey guys, Brand Doomer here. Today I wanted to talk about a topic that I'm seeing a lot of videos on, and it's essentially about men giving up on the dating world, sort of giving up on meeting a woman, saying that the dating world's trash. Um, Again, just having this idea that they're going to be a hermit and, they've lost hope. Well, I would definitely say that if you walk around thinking that, and if you're walking around harboring that kind of negative energy, 100% you're going to be alone. We as people can kind of pick up on energy, we can sense that stuff. And so if you're, again, walking into dating or any type of like connection building thing with all this negative energy, people are not going to want to build a connection with you. Okay? People want to feel good when they're around you or when they're around other people. They don't want to be brought down or to have this negative energy around them. So definitely, I think it's time that like men and women, like, we just make a change, or it's like time that we start moving forwards from this whole dynamic of like, whatever's going on right now, men hating women, women hating men. It's like turned everything into an awkward high school dance where like men and women are just standing across from each other waiting for somebody to make the first move, kind of saying, well, I'm not the problem, it's you. And then the men are saying, we're not the problem, it's the women. So, there's dynamics I think that the culture has been trying to push down. We've been trying to say, oh, there's no differences between men and women or whatever that garbage is, because 100% there's different differences between men and women. There's different dynamics at play. I think as men, we need to be more comfortable like making the first move and initiating conversation, initiating contact, and handling rejection. I mean, rejection is a big part of it. I think men are afraid to be rejected. Um, yeah, being rejected one time sucks, but when you do it, when you get it rejected 100 times, like, you get used to it. And you've just gotta humble yourself a bit. You've got to understand, people have personal lives, and, you don't know what's going on at home. So what I'm saying by that is, like, you might be talking to somebody and they might just ghost you, and it might not even have anything to do with you. It's just whatever's going on in their personal lives. So I don't know, I guess changing the mindset would be key. I think just believing and knowing is not. There are great people out there. There really are, on both sides. And if we keep going into it so guarded, we're never gonna find that out. We're never gonna find the good people. Some people are better for others. Like, they make a better connection. And I guess like a good example would be, if I could tell a joke and it could hit really well with one woman and she could think I'm funny, I could tell the same joke to another and she could be completely offended. And also makes me think of, like, I've had examples where people will not date somebody with a cat, right? But then you show them, like, there's other women you show pictures of your cat to, and they're like, oh my God, he's so adorable. So, you can't take it personally. You can't just think like, oh, no woman wants to see a guy with a cat. Like, oh, I'm hopeless, I'm never going to meet a woman because I have a cat. It's just that you've got to keep filtering, you got to keep going. And another point to keep in mind is that, us as guys, we've got to be selective too. If by the time a woman decides that she's going to go on a date with you, she's probably already picked you out of 100 guys. So she's done her selection process. And then it's our turn. Then we have to do the selection process. Ours is probably a little bit more subtle. Um, Me personally, like, I expect my partner to be have smart, you know, mental capabilities and physical capabilities. You know, I don't want to be with somebody who's stagnant and lazy and not interesting. Those are things that really stick out to me. I can tell if, when I'm on the phone with somebody and it's a vapid conversation, you know, we're not talking, like there's just no flow of conversation. So those little things I look for. But yeah, guys, again, I would just say changing the mindset's going to be key. Don't be afraid of rejection. Just go into everything with a good attitude. Be your best self at all times. You know, whenever you leave the house, just, you know, brush your teeth, take care of yourself, make sure you look half decent. I think that's another thing. A lot of guys out just kind of dusty and smell like dirty laundry or something, and women pick up on that in a second. So I would say, aside from the attitude, it's going to be things like your personal hygiene. Even physical health can play a role. Not saying you have to be you know, jacked with muscles, but people can kind of pick up on, like, I can kind of look at somebody and tell if they're physically active. I can also tell sometimes if people drink a lot of alcohol. You can kind of see it in their skin. And you know, these are things to keep in mind. So if you're a guy and you're drinking alcohol like every other day, cut it out, man. Because again, people are gonna pick up on that. Or you're gonna meet a woman who drinks alcohol every other day too. So you gotta be really intentional with who you're trying to attract. Okay. So that's just sort of the stuff on my mind. I wanted to give a shout out to Legions of Men because they played our video about Dave, which was just incredible. I never in a million years expected that to happen because I watch Bo's stuff all the time. Love that channel. Wanted to thank everybody who's subscribed. We hit over the 1,000 subscriber threshold, which is incredible. A lot of awesome stuff, like the outpouring support from people has been incredible. You guys are, the kindness from strangers on the internet is really humbling. You guys have all just, again, continued to kind of give me the momentum to keep going, keep just kind of talking about what's on my mind. And yeah, I have some more videos planned. I have maybe some interview videos that I'm planning that I would like to talk to some people. Like, one person in mind is one of my sort of life coaches. He's a really great guy, just very motivational. You know, he came from nothing as well. And it's just great having people like that in your corner who are always pushing you to do your best, to be your best. And so I think it would be great for people to hear from him. So, and a few other videos planned, and I plan on just doing like a little 1,000 subscriber special video. Again, thank you guys so much for listening. I'll see you guys on the next one, all right? Cheers.